Hi, my name's Scott. I was going to talk to you a little bit today about what my background was, what brought me into to see Dr. Mark. So a little bit about me. I am 50 years old and I've always been very active. Played a lot of sports when I was younger, football, basketball, baseball, swimming, diving, volleyball. So by the time I got into my early 20s, I got out of college, I'd stopped all that. It's just the weekend stuff with friends. And after probably, an ACL reconstructive surgery and things finally, slowed me down a little bit. But I always tried to stay active. And I think a lot of the pain that I experienced later in life, I always attributed to getting older. And I got a little back pain, low back pain. It's just maybe I'm getting older. I just pulled a muscle because I worked out too hard, or I never really thought that there could be something not right. I just assumed I worked too hard, or usually after a week of laying off, it would get better. But it was a vicious cycle. And as I got older, my kids got older, became teenagers, and we started doing more together. They're both very active as well. We decided that we all wanted to get in better shape and maybe get more strength, and we joined a CrossFit gym. And we really loved it. We thought it was really fun. We were learning some of these Olympic lifts, and I remember things were going well, but it was a Saturday morning, and it was a really heavy deadlift and front squat workout, and feeling a pain in my low back. And I finished the workout, but I went home that day, and the next morning I couldn't get out of bed. My back was, it's like I must have pulled something. That's why I thought that this wasn't right. And after 3 days of barely getting out of the bed to go to the bathroom, I figured I got to do something about this. So I went to the ER. They told me, looks like, they took a spinal x-ray and said, looks like you have scoliosis. And I had never heard that before, and I was never told when I was younger that was what I had. So I proceeded to go look for, okay, who can help me here? I found a back, I guess he was a back specialist or orthopedic surgeon for back. And again, he verified, yep, you have scoliosis. Here's your physical therapy recommendation, and go get physical therapy. So did that, felt a little better. But the more I realized that I did some research in scoliosis, that there's other options. It's not just you do physical therapy and hope it doesn't get worse, and if it does get worse, well, just kind of wait and see type of attitude. I started doing my own research online, and I was led to the Clear Institute, and I read up on some of their philosophy about non-surgical treatments and things you can do to help with scoliosis, and got a guy's book who was part of that Clear Institute, and read his book and realized, okay, I'd like to go talk to somebody that is part of this, but there's not too many doctors that have been certified in this Clear process. So I found Dr. Mark here in Wheaton, and immediately made an appointment and said, I need some help. Let's get in here and take a look and see what's going on. I was really impressed with his facility here, and people here, and how much, the different types of x-rays I got. Really took all these different pictures. I realized that it wasn't just my lumbar spine that had curvature, that my cervical part had a curve as well, and I never even thought about, yeah, you're right, I guess I do have some pain in my neck every now and then, but really was more concerned about my lower back. So it was good that they were very thorough, and told me about this intensive program, which I got to be involved, and I immediately said, I'm in. Let's get started and see what we can do to fix this. So their 1 week intensive program really worked well for me. I came in, and I got a report showing that my curve at maybe 13.5% when I started. After a week of this treatment, got it down to 5.5%. So it was more than half. My curve has been reduced. So I'm ecstatic. I will say though, some of these machines you see behind me were not fun the first day. Very challenging, but by the last day, it felt really good. And I was not a big chiropractic person, would see a chiropractor. I was very nervous about the entire process, about even just getting an adjustment from Dr. Mark. When it came to my neck, I was always very nervous, and he's very good about making sure that you kind of know what's going on, and I felt much more comfortable after going through this, that not coming from a background where I was brought up and was told that chiropractic care was that important to the rest of your body, and realizing that it's not just your spine, it's the whole neuromuscular process, and they go through that analysis that has just been a game changer for me. So I'm very grateful that I found this place, and I will continue to come and get better.